class. So after neutralization, we double displacement reaction was the main type. Okay, I'm going to start the next important topic, and that is very important actually. That is oxidation and reduction, types of reaction according to oxidation and reduction. Okay, so it's be very careful and listen it properly, as it is very much important. Okay, so in this redox, it is commonly known as your fifth redox. The type is known as redox reaction. Okay, so actually this redox is made up of red ox. It doesn't mean red ox. Okay, it's red ox. Red for reduction and ox for oxidation. So oxidation can be defined as lone. Okay, oxidation can be defined as lone. So lone, what it means? Lone means loss of electron. Got it? O, oxygen gain. A, anode occurring. And N, negative charge decreases. Okay, so this is the main way to define the oxidation reduction. Loss of electron, that means such a reaction where the electron loss is there. And second is oxygen gain should be also there. Loss of electron, oxygen gain, you can write in this oxygen gain or removal of hydrogen. Okay, removal of hydrogen. Third is anode occurring, and fourth is negative charge decreases, or you can write positive charge increases. So actually there are 6 ways to define oxidation. Got it? One is loss of electron, second is oxygen gain, third is removal of hydrogen, fourth is the reaction which occurs at anode, fifth is negative charge decreases, and sixth is positive charge increases. Got it? So ox and red and ox are exactly opposite of each other. So if oxidation is defined like this, redox can be loss of electrons, so it will be known as gain of electron. Okay, next is oxygen gain or removal of hydrogen, so it will be removal of oxygen or gain of hydrogen. Got it? Anode occurring, so it will be cathode occurring. And negative charge decreases, so it will be negative charge increases, or here positive charge increases, so here positive charge decreases. Got it? It's a very important topic. So listen, in class 10th, oxygen gain and removal of hydrogen is the main criteria, main way to define oxidation. Got it? This one. But all the reaction cannot be explained on this basis only. So we will go on this topic also. Okay, loss of electron, gain of electron, that you will study, that concept you will be learn here, but mainly used in class 11. But this topic, this heading, I'm going to explain again, I'm going to explain it here only. Okay, so before that, 1 or 2 things I just wanted to say. That is redox, reduction and oxidation. Both occurs simultaneously. Both occurs simultaneously. Got it? That means no reaction will be there which is having only oxidation or which is having only reduction. Both the oxidation and reduction. If there is reduction, there must be oxidation, and if there is oxidation, there must be reduction. Got it? So you have to learn it. Redox reaction, reduction and oxidation both occurs simultaneously. Example, let's do with this example. If I am taking this example, Mg plus O2 change into MgO. Okay, so here if we oxygen gain wala form we check. Okay, so yes, Mg is alone here and Mg is here with oxygen. So you can say that gain of oxygen is there, so that's why it is known as oxidation. So that's quite clear. But how can you explain the reduction over here? As I told you that reduction and oxidation both occur simultaneously. If oxidation is there, there must be reduction, and if reduction is there, there must be oxidation. So Mg, we got it because it is gaining the oxygen, so it can be considered as oxidation. But where is reduction? Got it? Another example, if I'm saying like Cu, I have given Cu, Cu plus 2 plus FeSO4 change into CuSO4, Cu plus FeSO4. Okay, the same one I have written. This reaction is wrong, sorry. It should be CuSO4 plus Fe will be FeSO4 plus Cu. Or this reaction can also be written as this one. Instead of this, it is simply written Cu plus 2. This is Fe and this is Fe plus 2 and this is Cu. Suppose that this equation I am giving. In this equation again you can say that there is Fe alone here and oxygen is going to be attached, so we can say this is undergoing oxidation. This to this is undergoing oxidation, and here oxygen is there, and in the product if you see there is no oxygen, so you can say reduction. So that is clear. Okay, but if I'm giving this equation and I'll ask you which one is undergoing oxidation and reduction, please tell me. So can you tell? No, because there is no involvement of oxygen. So all the reaction cannot be explained on the basis of this oxygen gain and removal of hydrogen. So to explain it widely, we will learn this concept also. Negative charge decreases and positive charge increases. Got it? So before going on that concept, I am going to tell you few rules that you have to write it and you have to learn it even. Okay. So rule first is any atom in its free state. This rule is going to help you in even higher classes also. So any atom in its free state has zero charge. Got it? Free state means it is not attached with any other element. It is not having any charge and it is not attached with any other element. Okay. Example, we can say like somewhere if it is Fe is written, only Fe is written, only Cu is written, only sodium is written, only aluminium is written, like this. So it will be 0. Got it? If I am writing Al plus 3, will it have zero charge? This will not have zero charge. Okay. It will not have zero charge. What charge it will have? Whatever the charge is written on this, that will be the charge. Got it? So you have to learn this. Any atom in its free state has zero charge. Okay. Second point, each homoatomic molecule also have zero charge. Got it? That means homoatomic molecule. It should be molecule, but all the atoms should be same. Example, O2, N2, like other element like S8, I'm giving you P4, okay, Cl2, I'm giving you O3. All these atoms are, all these molecules are homoatomic molecule. So this is known as what? Now this is having zero charge. Got it? Okay. Third point, hydrogen will always have plus one charge. In general, or always will have plus one charge, except with metal, except in metal hydride. I will tell you when this concept will be there in the example. I will explain. Metal hydride, that means if hydrogen is attached with the metal, it is called metal hydride. So there hydrogen will not have plus one charge, it will have minus one charge over there. Got it? But in rest cases, hydrogen will always have plus one charge. Got it? Okay. Fourth, oxygen will always have minus 2 charge. Oxygen hamesha, if it is in the compound, this one is in compound, but we are talking about. Got it? In any compound. Otherwise in homoatomic form it is 0. Homoatomic form it will be 0. Got it? But if hydrogen is in any compound like NH3, example NH3 is there. Okay, so here hydrogen is having plus one charge. Got it? Like H2O. So this is a compound, so here hydrogen will be plus one charge. Clear? Oxygen will always have minus 2 charge in any compound. Clear? Fifth point, group 1. I have explained already group 1. Group 1 are Helena ki sabse faryad. Okay. So H, Li, Na, K, Cs, Fr. All these have group 1. Okay. Group 2. Group 2 also I have explained. Beryllium, magnesium, calcium, strontium, barium, radium. Okay. Beta mange ka scooter baprazi. Group 2. And group 13. Group 13 are bangan, aloo, gajar in thala. Group 13, bangan, aloo, gajar in thala. Out of that you have to learn these two only. Okay. So group 1, group 2, group 3 have always plus 1, plus 2 and plus 3 charge respectively. Charge respectively. That means their charge never change. Okay, they have always if group 1 element is there, plus 1, if group 2 element is there, plus 2, and if group 13 element is there, it will always be plus 3. Got it? Fourth point, as a whole, the compound will always have 0 charge. If like compound is there, okay, but if any ion is given, so whatever the charge ion is having, that will be the total charge. Got it? But in case of ions, whatever charge the ions have will be its total charge. Got it? Okay. As for example, I'm asking CaCO3. What is whole charge? This will have charge 0 because no charge on this. Suppose that I'm giving you SO4 minus 2. So what is the total charge here? In this case, it will be minus 2. Got it? Clear? So these 6 points you have to keep in your mind, and with the help of this thing, we will find the charge present on that particular atom. Got it? So after knowing this, all this formula, all this trick, we will find the charge on the particular atom. So let's do 1 or 2 examples, okay, to understand it in better way. Suppose that class, if I am writing in any reaction, you see like in this equation, Fe plus CuSO4, it's going to change into FeSO4 plus Cu. Okay, so tell me what will be the charge on Fe. Fe you can see here as a free state. It is not attached with any other element, isn't it? So what charge it will have? 0. So let me write with the different color pen. The charge which we are finding, that should be written at the top and in the circle. Got it? Okay. So here also copper is in free state, isn't it? So what we'll write? 0 state. Done. Now I'll find in this. So okay, in this copper sulfate, we know that copper sulfate is made up of Cu and SO4, isn't it? And we know the charge on SO4 is -2. So to make this compound 0, what charge should be on the copper? Sulfate you have done in class 9, isn't it? So copper sulfate, CuSO4, is made up of this. So sulfate, we know the charge is -2. We have to make this compound, the charge on this whole compound should be 0. So what will be the individual charge on this? Yes, if it is -2, it should be +2. So this copper we will write +2, isn't it? Similarly, in this case, if we see Fe and SO4, isn't it? SO4 is -2 charge. So to make it 0, this Fe must have +2 charge, isn't it? So we'll write +2. Got it? So let's do some example, then I will tell you oxidation reduction. Okay. Another example, if suppose that it is written like here, another example, like Na2SO4, okay, plus BaCl2 change into 2NaCl plus BaSO4. Okay, one thing you should know, this whenever we find this charge, this charge should be on one atom. Got it? The charge should be on one atom, not on whole. If it is not clear, let me explain it with example. Suppose that this one. So this is made up of Na, 2 is here, so we'll write 2Na and SO4, isn't it? SO4 is -2, got it? So to make it 0, this both should have +2 charge, isn't it? 2Na should have +2 charge. So if 2Na has +2 charge, what will be the charge on one atom, one sodium atom? It will be +1, isn't it? So this +1 we will write over here. Okay, got it? SO4 is having 2, -2, and here 2Na. So to make it 0, this both Na should have +2 charge. So 2 + 2 is on 2 sodium atom. So what will be the charge on one sodium atom? It will be +1. So that I have written over here. Next, in this case, if you see, this is made up of Ba and 2Cl, isn't it? And we know that what charge chlorine have? Always have -1. We have done in class 9th, or you just write one point here. Group 17. Group 17 I have explained yesterday class. FCl-Bri. Fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine. Always have -1 charge. Okay. What are the group 17 element? Fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine. Okay. So from that also you can say it is having -1 charge. So what charge? This one chlorine is having -1 charge. So what will be on 2 chlorine? -2. So to make it 0, this Ba should have +2, isn't it? One chlorine is having -1. So 2 chlorine are there. So here it will be 2 minus. So to make this 0, the barium should have +2. So that we will write +2. Got it? Next case, it is made up of Na and Cl. We know that Cl right now we have done -1, so it should be +1. So that we will write +1. ओके, डोंट कंसीडर दिस स्टोइकियोमेट्रिक कोफिशिएंट. ये जो पहले लिखा हुआ है ना, दैट कंपाउंड के पहले स्टोइकियोमेट्रिक कोफिशिएंट, उस पे कंसंट्रेट नहीं करना है. वी हैव टू चेक दिस, ये जो एज अ सबस्क्रिप्ट लिखा हुआ है, वी विल सी दैट वन. ओके, next in this case again it is made up of Ba and SO4. SO4 is having -2 charge, so barium will have +2 charge, so that we will write +2. Got it? Another example, if we take like Zn plus HCl, change into ZnCl2 plus H2. Okay, suppose that this, so Zn is in free state, and I told you the first rule, if any atom is in free state it will have 0 charge, so that's why I'm writing 0 over here. Okay, right now this HCl is made up of H and Cl, and right now only we have done Cl is always having -1 charge, so this will have plus charge, so this +1, write it +1 over here. Okay, in next case this is H2, what it is? Homoatomic molecule. So right now, that second point I have told you, each homoatomic molecule also have 0 charge, isn't it? So H2 will have 0 charge over here. Clear? And now in this case, this is Cl, so Cl is having -1, Zn and 2 Cl. Yes, so one Cl is having -1, so to make it 0, one Cl is having -1, so 2 Cl will have -2, isn't it? -2. So to make it 0, this Zn should have +2. So that right, +2. Clear? Then any other example you can take. Suppose that this example, let me write. This is Zn plus Fe plus 2. Change into Zn plus 2 plus Fe. Okay, in this, so see, this is free state, nothing, no element is attached over here, so that's why 0 charge, isn't it? What charges Fe has? Fe is already has charge, yes, so that is +2. Will not find the another charge, the other charge. Okay, let it be like this. Now Zn again it is having already charge, so will not find anything, and Fe again here it is free state, so what it? 0. Got it? So let's check one thing. Now I have told you that we have to check for the oxidation. Check, negative charge should decrease and positive charge should increase. Out of this, या तो positive charge increase होना चाहिए या फिर negative charge decrease होना चाहिए. Got it? So if the positive charge is increasing, so you can see here Fe is 0 and here Fe is +2. So what is happening here? The charge is increasing, Fe0 to Fe +2. What is happening? What is happening? Charge is increasing. So we'll mark like this. Got it? Fe2, FeSO4. What is happening here? Oxidation. Because I told you the charge increases, it will be known as, positive charge increases, it will be known as oxidation. So if oxidation is there, that means reduction must be there. है वहीं पे कहीं, we have to find. Yes, so check the another one. This is copper +2 state, +2, and here copper is in 0. So what is happening here? Charge is decreasing, isn't it? The charge is decreasing. So here check this definition. Either negative charge increase or positive charge decreases. So what is happening here? Positive charge is decreasing. So this is an example of reduction. Got it? Any doubt in this? Now in this check, one thing, we have to check the change in charge for the same atom. Like if we are checking here Fe, so product side also we have to check only Fe, not Fe with Cu, will not relate it. Okay, Fe is 0, Fe is +2, Cu is +2, Cu is 0. Got it? So in this way we have to check. So now here sodium is +1 and here sodium is +1. So what is happening? No difference. Yes, can you see? +1, so +1. So there is, what is happening here? no change, isn't it? Similarly, check the BA. BA is here plus 2 and BA is here plus 2. So again there is no change. If there is no change, that means it is not a redox reaction. It is not a redox reaction. Got it? Okay. If there is no change in oxidation number, we will say not a redox reaction. Now next. What is happening here? Zn 0 and Zn plus 2. 0 to plus. So what is happening here? Charge is increasing. If charge increases, positive charge increases, what it will be? Oxidation. Isn't it? 0 to plus 2, charge is increasing, so it will be known as oxidation. Check the another one. H is plus 1 over here and H is 0 over there. So positive charge is decreasing. Got it? Positive charge is decreasing, so it is reduction. Done? Similarly, in this case, Zn 0 and Zn plus 2. What is happening here? Zn 0 to Zn plus 2. Positive charge is increasing, so it is oxidation. And in this example, Fe plus 2 to Fe 0. Positive charge is decreasing, so this is reduction. So out of 4 examples, these 3 are the redox example, but this one is not a redox example. Got it? Clear? So after I'm giving you few questions for this, you are supposed to find the oxidation reduction in this. Okay, so let me write the equation. Suppose that show the oxidation. Question is show the oxidation and reduction with this, with the help of arrow, with the help of like whatever I have done, with the help of arrow in following equation. In following equation. First example, very simple example, I am writing Mg plus O2 change into MgO. Second example, AgCl change into Ag plus Cl2. Third, HNO3 plus KOH will give you KNO3 plus H2O. Fourth example, H2 plus O2 change into H2O. Fifth, CaO plus CO2 change into CaCO3. Next, N2 plus 3H2 change into 2NH3. So what you have to do, you have to find the charge and with the help of this arrow you have to show. Got it? Okay, after this topic, oxidation reduction find, after finding all this, so now it is clear now where that this redox reaction, which reaction will be considered as redox reaction, where this is happening. Charge is increasing, positive charge is increasing, or positive charge is decreasing. If positive charge is increasing, it would be oxidation, and if positive charge is decreasing, it will be reduction. Got it? So after this, one more thing you have to know about this, and that is oxidant and reductant. Okay, so next topic is oxidant and reductant. It is again still very important topic is going on, so be sincere. Oxidant. Oxidant is also known as oxidizing agent. Oxidizing agent. Got it? Oxidant is also known as oxidizing agent. And how you will define it? The substance which undergoes reduction just opposite, be careful, undergoes reduction. That means जिसका reduction होता है, or let me write the full reduction. Okay, the one which is undergoing reduction will be considered as oxidant or oxidizing agent. Both are same thing. Don't be confused. Oxidant or oxidizing agent, both are same thing. कौन होगा? Just opposite. जिसका reduction हो रहा होगा वो oxidant कहलाएगा. Got it? And reductant or reducing agent. What do you define? The substance which undergoes, if it is reduction, undergoes, it will, if it is reductant, it should undergo oxidation. तो जिसका oxidation, got it? Oxidation. तो जिसका oxidation होगा that will be reductant, और जिसका reduction होगा that will be oxidant. It's very important thing, you have to note it, okay, properly. So in this question, let me do with this for example only. In example 1, if I will ask oxidant, which one is oxidant and which one is reductant, what will be the answer? Oxidant कौन होगा? The one which is undergoing reduction. The one which is undergoing reduction. So which is undergoing reduction over here? This Cu. So one more thing, important thing, this Cu is undergoing reduction, but while writing this oxidant, you will write CuSO4, the whole compound, not the single atom. Got it? Single atom you will not write. Okay? You will write the whole compound. The one which is undergoing reduction, वो ठीक है, you identify, but you have to write the whole compound. So CuSO4 will be the correct answer, not Cu. It is wrong. Okay. Similarly, if I am asking reductant, the one which is undergoing oxidation, isn't it? We'll do in next term. Okay. In example 2, which one is oxidant? Example 2. Or this is 1, let it be 2, this is 3, and this is 4 example. Okay. So example 2, which one is oxidant? The one which is undergoing reduction. Yes. So which one is undergoing reduction? This H is undergoing reduction. But what do you write? Whole compound HCl, not H2. Got it? HCl will be the oxidant. Clear? If I will ask in example 3, which one is oxidant? Since there is no oxidation reduction, so there won't be any oxidant or reductant. There is no, it's not a redox reaction. So that's why no oxidant and no reductant. So what you will write? No 1. Clear? Now the same thing I will ask in example 4. The oxidant, what it will be? Check in this oxidant. The one which is undergoing reduction. So this Fe is undergoing reduction, and here the whole compound is written Fe plus 2 only. So what you will write? Oxidant is Fe plus 2. Hope it is clear. Yes. If there is any problem, this is very important topic. You should learn it properly. If there is any problem, you can ask the question on my personal number. Okay. Same next, reductant and reducing agent. If in example 2 I will ask, example 1 I am asking reductant. Which one will be the reductant over here? The one which is undergoing oxidation. So in example 1, which is undergoing oxidation? Fe. So you will write Fe over here. Okay. One more thing I want to say here. This oxidant and reductant will always be from reactant side. Okay. Oxidant and reductant will always be from the reactant side. हमें कोई लेना देना नहीं है product side से. प्रोडक्ट में कौन से एटम है कौन से नहीं है उसका मतलब कुछ नहीं बनता यहाँ पे ऑक्सीडेंट एंड रिडक्टेंट का. So oxidant and reductant will always be from the reaction side, reactant side, that means LHS. Got it? Okay. So here the one which is undergoing oxidation, over here, Fe. So Fe will write. In example 2, if I will ask the reductant, again the same, which is undergoing oxidation. Which one is undergoing oxidation? Zn. So we'll write Zn here. Yes. And in example 3, which one is reductant? Again, no one, because it is not a redox reaction, so किसी का oxidation number change नहीं हो रहा. So that's why we'll write no one, isn't it? And in example 4, if I'll ask the one which is undergoing oxidation, which one? Zn. So reductant is Zn. Got it? Clear? Hope it is clear. Okay. So what you have to do, you have to show the oxidation and reduction with the help of arrow in the following equation, and also find oxidant and reductant in that. Got it? Okay. Along with this, you have to do some NCERT work also. So what it is, NCERT question, you have to do question number 8. Homework, back exercise. Question 8. I think 10 I have given already. Okay, so 8, 11, 12 and 13. 8, 11, 12 and 13, and these 6 questions you have to do in homework. Okay. So there are many lots of things over here. I have to explain again. So let's do some more practice, like some more equation with more equations. Okay. So suppose that I am giving you few examples, like examples MnO2. You just pause the video after writing once I will write the equations. Okay, and then try to complete it by yourself. MnO2 HCl plus change into MnCl2 plus Cl2 plus water. This is the equation. I'm not writing the balanced equation. It doesn't matter at all over here. Okay, to find the oxidation reduction or to find the oxidant and reductant, it doesn't matter that whether it is balanced or not balanced. Okay, so let it be like this. Now what we have to write, we have to find the oxidation number. So this is Mn, just do it in verbally way. Now I'm not writing. Okay, MnO2. Oxygen, I told you, in general oxygen is having -2 charges, isn't it? So one is having -2, so there are 2. So for 2 it will be -4. So to make it whole 0, this Mn should have +4, isn't it? One oxygen is -2, the other 2 oxygens, so it will be -4. So to make it whole 0, it should be +4, isn't it? Then you will ask them, why I am finding one, why not another? See, whatever I have written in this rule, that means their oxidation number is like fixed, so we will not change. Oxidation, always it is -2. Hydrogen, it is always +1. So in this way, like potassium, first group, second group, 13 group, they are having same oxidation number every time, so will not find their oxidation number. Got it? Next, in this case, right now I told you that Cl -1, so obviously H will have +1, isn't it? Okay. Next case here, Cl is -1, so there are the 2 Cl, isn't it? So for 2 minus, so to make it 0, this Mn should have +2. Okay. Cl is also written over here, so what it is in? Free state, so that's homoatomic, so it will have 0 state. And this is H2O. So what is the let it be like Cl also I'm writing. Okay, and what will be here? Oxidation number Oxygen is -2, hydrogen is +1. For 2 it will be +2. So for 1 it will be +1. I hope it is clear. Oxygen is having -2. So for 2 hydrogen it should be +2, isn't it? So for 1 hydrogen it will be +1. We have to write per atom only. Clear? So now check this. Mn +4 to Mn +2. What is happening here? Charge is decreasing. Positive charge is decreasing. So what it is? Reduction, isn't it? Okay. Now this is H is +1 here also and here also. That means there is no change in oxidation number of +1 of hydrogen. So we'll not consider that. Check the another. If there is reduction, there must be oxidation. That you have to keep in your mind. It is not possible in any reaction कि सिर्फ oxidation and reduction will not be there, or सिर्फ reduction or oxidation will not be there. So if there is reduction, there must be oxidation. Okay. So if you check H, there will be no change in oxidation number. So if we have to check, obviously we have to check the next atom. Check the chlorine. If you go -1, Cl -1 here, and here you will go, this is again -1, isn't it? So this is -1 to -1. There is no change. But the same way, this is Cl -2 change into Cl0, isn't it? So here negative charge is, like we can say charge is increasing, -1 and then 0. It is increasing now. So if the charge is increasing, what you will say? Oxidation. Got it? So if I'll ask over here, oxidant. Which one is the oxidant over here? The one which is undergoing reduction. But whole compound we will write. Then what it is? MnO2. Don't write Mn. I'm telling you again and again, because this is the major mistake done by the students. So you are supposed to write the whole compound, not a single atom. And if it is reduction, reductant, I will ask. What you will answer? You will answer the one which is undergoing oxidation. That means Cl minus. But you will not write Cl minus. What you will write? HCl. Isn't it? Clear? So let's do another example also. Suppose that example 2. If I am giving you Mg plus HNO3 change into MgNO3 whole twice plus H2. Okay. So find the oxidation number. Mg is here. Free state. So 0 charge, isn't it? And in class 9th we know that nitrate NO3 is always having -1. So obviously this H will have +1. Okay. Now in this case this NO3 is having -1. So there are 2 NO3. So total will be -2. So to make it 0, this Mg should have +2, isn't it? NO3, 1 is having -1. There are 2. So it will be -2, isn't it? So to make it 0, it should have +2. And here it is homoatomic, so 0. Clear? So check this. Mg0 say +2. What is happening here? Charge is increasing. So this is called oxidation, isn't it? And here H +1 to 0. What is happening here? Charge is decreasing. Reduction. Yes? So if I will ask oxidant in this case and reductant in this case, just write the question, pause the video and practice it. Okay. So which one is oxidant here? The one which is undergoing reduction. Reduction is under only H, but you will not supposed to write only H. What you will write? HNO3. See, I am saying it clearly and बार-बार मैं बोल रही हूँ. So be like attentive. And reductant, the one which is undergoing oxidation. So which one is undergoing oxidation? Magnesium. So we'll write magnesium. Isn't it? Let's do another example. Little tough. Cr2O7 -2 I'm giving here. Plus SO2 change into Cr +3 plus SO4 -2. Okay, suppose that this is the equation given. You have to find the oxidation number. Okay. So don't be scared. It's tough. ऐसे देख के बोलना नहीं है, you have to practice. Got it? So see, Cr2O7. Let me, I don't know the charge on the chromium, so we have to find, isn't it? So see how to find. We know that chromium, we don't know the chromium charge, so suppose it is X. Okay, how many chromium here? 2. So let it be 2x, isn't it? And I told you that the whole charge should be 0 if the compound is there, and if this ion is given, so whatever the charge is there, that will be the whole charge, the sum of the charge of these atoms. Yes, so 2 chromium 2x plus, let it be 1 oxygen is having, right now you have done, 1 oxygen is having minus 2 charge, isn't it? So 7 oxygen will have minus 14. So let it be minus 14. Got it? 1 oxygen will have minus 2, 7 oxygen will have minus 14. So just solve it. What you will get? 2x is equal to 12, isn't it? So x is equal to plus 6. So you got the charge on chromium, 1 chromium atom. So this is plus 6. Write it now. Okay. Now in this compound find 1 oxygen is minus 2. So 2 oxygen is minus 4. So to make it 0, the sulfur should have plus 4, isn't it? Are you getting it? Here chromium has already given the charge, so we'll not find anything. In this case, the atom, see in this the single atom is there, the charge, so we'll not find. But in this compound or in this compound, the charge is on the whole group. Got it? So here we have to find for the oxidation number of single atom. So here again you will find the sulfur charge. We don't know the sulfur के ऊपर कौन सा charge होता है. So suppose that sulfur I don't know, so let it be X. Okay, the whole charge will be minus 2. Yes, isn't it? 1 oxygen is having minus 2. So 4 oxygen will have, 1 oxygen is having minus 2. So 4 oxygen will have minus 8. So now solve it. What it is? X is equal to plus 6. So write this plus 6 over here, isn't it? So next find, now chromium to chromium. Plus 6 to plus 3. What is happening here? Charge is decreasing. So this is called reduction, isn't it? And here sulfur to sulfur. Go. What is happening? Plus 4 to plus 6. Charge is increasing. Oxidation. Yes? So if I'll ask oxidant in this case and reductant in this case, what will be the answer? Oxidant. The one which is undergoing reduction. Which one is undergoing reduction? Chromium. But what you will write? Cr? No. You will write Cr2O7 minus 2. Isn't it? And reductant, the one which is undergoing oxidation. Oxidation, sulfur is going, but you will not write sulfur only. What you will write? SO2. See, we don't have to think while writing this oxidant and reductant. We don't have to think what is there in the product side. Got it? Just have to check on the reactant side. Another example, and for today last example, suppose that PbNO3 whole twice is there and change into, this is again the more like difficulty level I'm increasing, okay, one by one. PbO plus NO2 plus O2. Okay, so let's do this thing. Now check. In this, we know that nitrate is having minus 1. Yes, so if nitrate is having minus 1, there are the 2 nitrate, so that means minus 2. So what will be the charge on lead? Plus 2. Yes, and here Pb, oxygen is having minus 2, so Pb will have plus 2. So that means lead charge is not changing, so कुछ ना कुछ और होगा. So we have to expand this now. NO3. If we'll check this NO3, it will have minus charge. So find the charge on nitrogen here. Suppose that it is X, we don't know, so X, total charge is minus 1, isn't it? And 1 oxygen is having minus 2. So 3 oxygen will have minus 6. So this X will be equal to plus 5. Got it? Are you getting it? How to find the charge? See, Pb charge is not changing, so we have to find the another atom also. So that means we have to bifurcate this and nitrogen and oxygen. So for this, what I have done, NO3, we know that the minus 1 charge, okay? So, and suppose that X Total charge is -1, so let it be this -1. And 1 oxygen is having -2, so 3 oxygen will have -6. Solve it, you will get this. So what this nitrogen is? +5. And this oxygen is having -2. Got it? Now come to this point, this side. Oxygen is here, homoatomic. So what you will say? 0. Yes? And nitrogen is having, one nitrogen is having -2. So 2 oxygen will have -4. So to make it 0, nitrogen is having +4. So there is no change, but this nitrogen +5 to +4, isn't it? Yes. +5 to +4. So what is happening here? Charge is decreasing, so this is called reduction. And here oxygen -2 to 0. Charge is increasing. So what it will be called? Oxidation. Just practice. As much as you will practice, you will be expert in this. Got it? Okay, so now if I will find the oxidant and reductant. Oxidant and reductant. So which one? The one which is undergoing reduction will be considered as oxidation. Reduction, which one is going? Nitrogen. But you are not supposed to write the nitrogen. You have to write the complete compound in which this nitrogen is there. What is that? PbNO3. So you will write PbNO3 whole twice, isn't it? And if we talk about reductant, the one which is undergoing oxidation. Which one is undergoing oxidation? Oxygen. But you will not write oxygen only. You have to write the complete compound. And what is the complete compound? PbNO3. So it's very clear thing. The one, like if there is only one reactant, okay, one reactant, it will be considered as the oxidant and the reductant will be same. Okay. One thing I'm going to conclude this. If I will ask in this, the one name the substance, or suppose that in this, name the substance which is undergoing oxidizing. What you'll say? Which is undergoing oxidation. What you'll say? HCl. Got it? So the one which is undergoing oxidation will also be known as oxidizing substance. Got it? So write in the note, the one which undergoes oxidation will also be known as oxidizing substance. This is the important point, because students make mistake in this. Substance. This is substance. Got it? And the one which is undergoing oxidation is also known as reductant. Yes? And I have explained that reductant is also known as reducing agent. So you can write here, the one which undergoes oxidation will also known as oxidizing substance or reducing agent. Be very careful in these 2 points. Okay. This is oxidizing substance, the one which is undergoing oxidation, and agent just opposite. Got it? So the one which will be oxidizing substance will be considered as reducing agent. And next, the one which undergoes reduction will also be known as, the one which is undergoing reduction will also be known as reducing substance. Substance. There is a difference. This is substance. Okay. Reducing substance. And the one which is undergoing reduction will also be called as oxidant or oxidizing agent. Oxidizing agent. Just go through with this video at least twice. Then only you will be able to get to know this thing. Okay. So for today, this is enough. Just complete the homework, whatever I have given, and practice it, because this is the main topic of this chapter. Got it? So, okay. Thank you for today, class. Thank you.